Hi everyone, welcome to another video, another episode. So in this video, we're diving right into Zoho WorkDrive, and just let's get started with it. So the first thing is we're going to one.zoho.com. So that's where we're going to one.zoho.com. I'm using like an Australian account, so that's why I'm adding A to it. So in Zoho, we have like different types of like in different countries, the domain name might be different. So, but for Nigeria, we have one.zoho.com. For Australia, we have one.zoho.com.au. For Saudi Arabia, we have one.zoho.com.se. So it's just different for different countries. Then so this is our Zoho One dashboard. By the left panel, we see WorkDrive. So it takes us to our homepage in WorkDrive. So okay, so I will start explaining like what all these things are in Zoho WorkDrive. All on red are the files and folders maybe that has been added to WorkDrive and you've not like opened them or you've not seen them. So that is they happen to be at all on red. Recent files are those files you opened or maybe recently added. Yes, those are recent files. Favorites, those files or folders that you tick as your favorite ones. So those are the ones that appear in favorites. Then if you want to label a file, like you want to add labels to them, labels is good for that. So if maybe you want to add them as maybe label it by client name, or you want to label it by team name, good. Label is good for that. Shared with me. So any file shared to you by one of your team. So let's say I'm your team member and I share a file to you via Zoho WorkDrive, you would see it in this part of Zoho Drive. So shared with me. Then my folders, anyone that upload to like any folder or file that you create appears in my folders automatically, like normally. So then if you want like the folder or the file to appear in the team folder, you can do it here. Like you want to share it with your team. If you want to share it with your team, don't add it in my folders. Add it in under team folders. So that is why we have a team folder. Then so I'll be creating like a sample team folder to show you how it works. So you hover to this plus sign here. You click on plus, and let's call this thing sales department. Sales department. So public, anybody in the team can join. They can see the folder and they can join. Then private is anybody that you add to this folder. Those are the only ones that can be able to have access to it. So let's create it. Then you can add members alongside, but right now we don't have any members, so we just go to the team folder. So this is how it looks like when you create a team folder. It automatically appears by this left panel. So let's go to manage this team folder. Team details, team folder details. So you can edit the name. You can edit the name of the team folder in this particular section. You can also add members. Yeah, you can add your members here. Then settings. So here you can adjust it based on what you like. So you can like allow file upload via email. So this is actually like for external users. So if maybe you have like folders that are coming from the emails, like email that you receive, you can this if you enable this feature, they can be automatically added. You can be able to like add them via workflow or anything. Then any folder that you delete in this or file that you delete in this team folder automatically appears here. The activity is anything that you do inside this folder, it will notify you. So let's say, for example, if your team member deleted a file or a folder, your activity will tell you that, okay, somebody deleted a file and folder. So that's it. Yeah, and another thing is that you can, when you're adding a member, you can give them a different role. So they can have different role. They can only view it. They will not be able to edit. They can only comment. They will not be able to edit. But you can give them editor role. They can both create, edit, and comment. or organizer, or even admin, which is full control. So depending on which role you want to give them as a member of the team folder. So let's move to shared items. So any shared item that is shared to external users or shared to this particular team folder. So it's actually any folder that is shared will automatically appear here. So that's it. Then data templates is where you can create data templates is the Zoho WorkDrive admin console. So there are some apps in Zoho that have admin console. Admin console is where you do like the back end settings for some apps in Zoho. So but Zoho WorkDrive has its own admin console where you can do the back end setting. So to be able to create data templates are used to like add as I said, it's used to add custom properties to files and folders. So let's say you want maybe a little bit more detailed about or details about a particular file or folder. So let's say for example now you had you uploaded a file in this sales department folder, and you want to know maybe it's actually for a client. So data template comes in, maybe it lets you associate like the name of the client, maybe what the folder is about, and all of that. So data template makes it easy to identify a file. And let's say, for example, you want to search for, you want to search for that particular file or folder. It makes it easier for you to see it because you already have like a data template, and it includes maybe the client's name, the type of document it is, and all of that. So I will actually create a sample for us to see and how it works. So to go to the admin console, you will type, make it easier. So you will type workdrive.zoho.com/admin to be able to enter into the admin console of this. But to make it easier, I think now it's saying a valid URL. Let's go to home first. So this is the down part. This is the easiest part again. So you can just click here. I think that one is saying admin the invalid URL because you're already adding like an ID. So this admin console, this is the easier place to check it. So to check your admin console, the easier place to check your admin console is this home page here. So once you click on it, it takes you to the admin console. So you can see active member is 1. And you can also invite more members. So and the fact that we are on free trial, this is 100 gig space. So I told you, don't forget, it's a drive. It's like a Google Drive. So you can see all your team folders here, your members, client users. Like client users, maybe you have clients that you want them to have access to some things in WorkDrive. Yeah, so you can, but you have to buy license for those ones. Then data template. Let's dive right into data template. So I already have one before, but let me create another. So let me use this as tests. So let's create this. If you have a description, you can do description. So let's create this single line. Let's say client name for this. This is gonna be mandatory. Then let's say the next one is going to be the document type for the next one. So document type, I want it to be like drop down. So drop down will be choice. So let's say document type drop down menu. So let's say call this first one invoice. Let's call the second one contract, and let's call another option, let's call it reports. So it can be anything. You can like you just basically document type. So I want to make this mandatory, but it might not be mandatory. So let's create this and upload dates. Let's call this upload the date it was uploaded. But by the way, normally any file that's uploaded, WorkDrive tells you they upload it. So that's a normal thing there. So upload dates, then approved. Let's say you want a maybe document that is approved. So this is a yes or no question. So approved. So create. So yeah, so this is exactly the type of data I want. So, and it can be anything, but I'm just using it as a sample. So let's go back to on page. Let's click on the sales department, manage. Then yeah, data templates. Let's turn this on. Should be able to see it here. And let me go back. See if we save that. Go back. It was saved. So let me reload the page. Maybe it has not populated. But immediately that happens, we should be able to see that. Same folder, data templates, turn this on. So yeah, so test data templates. You can see we've associated it. So for files only. So let's say you want to attach it to only files or both files and folders. But for now, let's just deal with folders because we are not uploading files. Let's deal with folders, but you can attach it with files. So let's call this let's create a new folder. So let's say Chris first folder. That'll be the name of my folder. So you can see automatically appears name. So let's say the client's name is Isaac Newton. Anyways, it will be, let's say contract, upload date is today, approved, it's not yet approved. So let's say we want to search for the folder. We can click on this. Let's say I want to search it based on that Isaac Newton. So you just click on data templates, click it, click on criteria. Then the client's name contains Isaac. Search. So you can see it brought it out. That okay, this is it here. So let's say for the previous, yeah, so that's it actually. So let's just say we cancel this and add the criteria as document type is equal to contract search. You can see it shows us it's here in this particular. And let's say we even search for something that is not even existing. So let's say contains Chris search. You see, the match is found. So that's how it works. So, and the next video we'll be going to is the CRM. So that's the next video we'll be going into. So I will see you in the upcoming videos. And that's all for today. Bye bye.